What's
y'all?
going on, everybody? Happy Tuesday, July 29th, here from the Gary Williams Stole My Lawn Furniture Show. What's going on, everybody? Yeah, Brian's been trimming his nose hairs. That's usually what it comes down to.
Yeah. It takes him a while. He's a hairy guy.
He is a hairy guy.
I want to put Joe on blast real quick. Let me just be real quick.
Here we go.
Shut your fucking yapper, Joe. All right? That's it. That's all I got.
Man, you're better than that, Brian. Come on. You don't need to help on our fans like that.
You're right.
Kevin Millwood was a hairy guy too.
It's Christmas in July, Joe. Have a little spirit.
Christmas in July was like 4 days ago.
We didn't have a podcast 4 days ago.
That's fine. Just want
me to come on to jingle in my bells? All right.
I don't know. So on December 29th, are you going to be wearing Christmas stuff and saying it's Christmas?
I'll say Happy New Year to you, buddy.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. All right. Got it.
Dusty just killing the Christmas in July spirit, huh?
No, I'm just
Nancy this Tuesday. It's to see everybody.
He must. He had probably SantaCon this weekend and probably was pissed off.
Mm-hmm.
No.
I'll tell you what was cool. Tell you what was cooler than SantaCon. That bacon collar he's got going on right now with that shirt. What's that?
What? It's just a shirt, man. It's just a shirt.
It's just a jacket. All right.
Jacket on or jacket off.
All right, Mr. Millwood. We can move on now. Our Orioles have won 3 straight games. How about them O's?
World Series incoming.
World Series incoming. Only 10 games below 500.
We're back. I mean, I will say it was great seeing Adley Rutschman back in the lineup yesterday and 3 for 4.
Yeah, that's 100%. We desperately needed his pop back in the lineup. And I mean, we got pop from everyone except for Gunnar and Jackson. Yesterday was a really good day for the bats. O'Hearn was hitting seeds everywhere. Laureano hit a bomb. Mayo was just been locked in for the last couple games, especially, and last night was no different. He was looking really good last night. The only ball he didn't hit hard was the one that he hit a dribble right back at the pitcher, and for some reason the pitcher decided to get him out at first instead of throwing it home where he had to clear out. But anyway, we will take it. It's been a good couple days for the O-Birds, and soak it in while you can, because I got a feeling some of these familiar faces are going to be on different teams in a couple days here. We
might be hopping on here emergently here over the next couple days.
Emergently, it's not a word.
You don't think emergently is a word?
I don't believe so.
Let's ask Jeeves.
Yeah, we got to ask Jeeves about this.
Jeeves. Get the hell out of here.
Oh, yeah. Plays a word.
Yeah, shut up, Brian.
The earliest known use
I got to get it from Joe, and I got to get it from Brooks. This is trash.
The earliest known use of the adverb emergently is the mid-1600s.
See?
It's been a word for a real long time, Brian.
Oh, I'm sorry, Bill Shakespeare.
No, that was actually Merriam-Webster that told me that.
Ever heard of her? She sounds like she knows what she's talking about, Brian.
I don't trust people named Miriam.
Well, Merriam-Webster was 2 different people. Is it not?
Oh, that's your take on it.
I don't know what's hotter. It spells hyphen. I don't know what's hotter, outside or that guy from the Oakland A's, or I'm sorry, the Sacramento A's. Holy moly.
Yeah, 19 total bases, the most since Sean Green did it in 2000 or 2001, I believe. Hit 4 homers, hit 4 homers, a single, and a double. And if you watch the highlight, the double went
382 feet.
Yeah, it would have been home runs in most of the parks, because that long ass left center in Houston, where they have the train tracks, didn't allow it to go over the fence over there. But it was really crazy. It was crazy. I remember I told my buddy, I was like, "Look at this guy's stat line," and he was like, "Is this real?" Looks like a video game.
He was hitting out. Look, his last home run, and I'm not trying to take anything away from the guy. It just came off of a position player pitching, because they were smoking the living hell out of him.
Yeah.
I mean, he was hitting balls down and away and just like it almost looked like effortless, like flick the wrist and just going 350 feet.
Yeah, rookie, by the way.
4th overall pick, I think.
Hitting 308 with 23 dongs this seaon. Have a good year, buddy. Born in 2003. That makes me want to throw up.
Not only that, fucking Dante Pichette's offspring. 9 for his last 9.
Yeah.
Hello.
But yeah, Dante Bichette. I love Dante Bichette just because he had a negative WAR season where he hit like 40 homers. Yeah, Bo's been hot with the stick, and a lot of people thought he might get moved at this deadline, but he's definitely not going to be because Toronto has been very good this year.
So far.
A little bit of surprising for me. We haven't talked a ton about the Blue Jays, but we got to see them firsthand last night. We got to see the power of Vladimir Guerrero Jr. on display, but they've taken a 5.5 game lead on the Yankees despite the loss last night. And despite their run differential not being anywhere close to as good as the Yankees, they're just winning a ton at home. Playing about 500 ball on the road, but 37-17, 20 games above 500 at home. So good for Toronto. Whatever they're cooking up in the Rogers Center this year has been working. And I know Gossman's having a really good year. I know we kind of lit up Bassett last night, but he's having a pretty good year. He's usually pretty consistent pitcher. I think they're going to be adding some starting pitching depth at the deadline, I would imagine, right?
You would assume.
Yeah. I mean, you got to go for it. You just signed Vladdy to the big deal. I think you're all in if you're Toronto, especially with the big lead going into this week. Where do you guys want to take this conversation? Do you want to go into trade deadline stuff right now, or you want to keep talking about the O's? We didn't even talk about the Mullins catch last night, by the way. And the Mullins catch last weekend. We didn't talk about either. This guy's been a human highlight reel over the course.
Remember, he's the worst center fielder WAR-wise in the league.
Who said that?
It's just been all over Twitter. Just been.
I think because I don't know what Pigtown did to that person, but Zach, man, you can stir the pot, man. That was awesome.
Why'd you shit in their Cheerios, man?
I don't know. What did he do?
Good for Mullins. Also hit a homer last night. Also has been hot at the plate, giving himself a little bit of a showcase for potential trade. I know Sean, I think it was Sean, said in our group chat last night, all of the guys that could potentially get traded are kicking ass tonight.
Yeah,
and it kind of felt like that for sure. Those guys being, I mean, look, we don't know if all of them or any of them will get traded, but, you know, Laureano's on a 1-year deal. I believe O'Hearn's on the last year of his deal. We've got Cedric Mullins on the last year of his deal, and then a couple pitchers, Eflin Sugano, Charlie Morton could be another guy. So just look out for those names, I would say, in particular. If anybody else gets moved, it's certainly possible, but I don't think all of them will get moved. I've said this multiple times. I think some of them will be. But we'll find out. The deadline is in 2 days and 4 hours, something like that. So we're going to know by the end of this week who everyone's going to be playing for moving forward throughout the season. But it is nice to see some life out of the Orioles. 3 straight wins, albeit 2 of them against the worst team in maybe the history of baseball. And one of them was just a complete rout, that 18-0 game. That was a lot of fun. But yeah, I mean, I don't really have much else on the O's. I mean, it's just kind of hard to tell. We're gonna have so much to talk about in 2 days when the trades start coming in. But it just feels like right now we're kind of just gonna tread water until we get there, right?
You took the words out of my mouth of treading water, and also this is the doldrums of the summer where, you know, baseball, especially because the Orioles aren't doing well, we're kind of searching for things to talk about. Mm-hmm. So I think maybe we move 3 guys between now and the end of Thursday. Mm-hmm. So I'm just looking forward. I say looking forward. I'm just looking toward that. So we have a little bit more to talk about with the Orioles.
Yeah, a couple of injury things I wanted to discuss. It looks like Felix Bautista is going to be out an extended period of time. We saw him go to the IL. I believe that happened live during our show last week on Thursday. 15-day IL, but Mansolino came out and said he's going to be out a while, quote unquote, a while. I would imagine there's no sense in pushing it at this point. If he feels comfortable enough to pitch in September, if we have a couple games or late August, then so be it. But I would imagine this is probably the shutdown Felix for the season, and it also kind of gets rid of the whole Felix could be moved situation. As two top closers came off the board this week because Emmanuel Clase, who we'll talk about in a second with his gambling stuff, also not going to be eligible to be traded.
Allegedly,
he's on non-disciplinary paid leave, so he's getting paid. He's probably just going to go to like Turks and Caicos and just keep cashing his checks. That's what I would do. Anyway,
nice, good work there, buddy.
Also, Kyle Bradish, I believe, made a rehab start. Is making another one this week. Tyler Wells, same thing, correct, Brooks?
Wells should be making one this week as well, I believe.
I think one of them's pitching in Double-A, and one of them's pitching in Aberdeen, and I'm not 100% sure which. But yeah, they're making starts and coming back. Also, Mountcastle has been playing games in Triple-A. He should be back this week, next week, something like that. We saw Adley come back last night. Speaking of all these injuries, I saw this stat from Jacob Calvin-Meyer last night. This is game 106 of the Orioles season in reference to last night's game. Only the sixth game, the entire young core, Adley, Gunnar, Westberg, Cowser, and Holiday were all in the starting lineup. I know that's baseball. I don't know if you can consider, that's like such bad luck because I know every team goes through injuries, but it seems like we've been just completely snake bitten this year. So not trying to make excuses, but, both are in Bowie. Okay, yeah, Chesapeake. Yeah, they're the Chesapeake Bay Sox now. They'll get that right, dude.
They're the oyster catchers
for one day, right?
One day. What
day.
Baseball as a whole had a great week and a bad week. I mean, when you lose Ryan Sandberg yesterday, but you also had the Hall of Fame, and I thought that was one of the better Hall of Fames I've watched.
Yeah.
I mean, who knew Ichiro had humor?
Oh, dude. I love Ichiro. I think he's really funny. But Ryan Sandberg, that's really sad. 65 years old, I believe. He has been battling cancer for quite a long time, if I'm not
at least 2 years.
Since January 2024. He was labeled cancer free in August 2024, but then it came back. Really, really just terrible. One of the best second basemen to ever play the game. Won a home run derby also. But yeah, MVP, Hall of Famer, great guy by all accounts, and that just sucks losing another guy from our childhood, man. After losing Ozzy last week, losing Hulk Hogan last week, it feels like our childhood's being ransacked. But
threes. Remember, comes in threes.
Yep.
And from what I've been told, because there were a couple other people that passed away, apparently this is like in the fives, like 5 or 6 people died from our childhood.
Damn. Yeah, I think there's it's sad for sure. Mitch says rip. Yeah. Did none of you pick Sandberg in the 90s draft? No, he got snubbed, and
we were literally talking about that yesterday. I think Drew was saying like, man, he was gonna be my pick too, or like that was like the one guy that he wished he would have swapped out. Who did he end up taking? I don't even remember.
I can tell you because I have it up.
Probably somebody who sucks.
Drew took Chuck Knobloch instead.
Oh God.
Yeah, his team would be ultimate. It would just be unlimitedly better if Ryan Sandberg was on it. But anyway, Theo Huxtable, he also passed away. I saw that last week as well.
I can't get this
from the
thing to
Cosby
focus
Show.
on me.
But anyway, let's get into this stuff that happened yesterday in the MLB. There was a the probe for Guardians closer Emmanuel Clase. He's out till August 31st on disciplinary paid leave, so he is getting his checks. And it's the same thing that happened with his teammate Luis Ortiz, I believe, just a couple weeks ago. And basically, the MLB is saying his percentage of non-competitive pitches on his first pitch of his outings is significantly higher than it's supposed to be, and in comparison to league average. I think what they said was, or what I read yesterday, and I believe this was Foolish Bailey that posted this. I could be mistaken. That his first pitch of his outings is like a 17 or 18% chance of being quote unquote non-competitive. Whereas the rest of his pitches for the rest of his outings are somewhere in the 3 or 4% non-competitive. So basically what they're saying is he's got somebody on the outside, or what they're theorizing is that what could be happening is he's got somebody on the outside saying, hey, I'm going to bet you to throw a ball on the first pitch. And he's just spiking them in the dirt on the first pitch every time. And they're looking into this, and they're looking into the same thing with his teammate, Luis Ortiz. Now that we have all these stats and gambling in the game, I would assume this is going to become a little bit more prevalent. I know this happened in the NBA with a couple of guys. I know the Porter guy was guilty, but I know there was a couple other guys that were probed for tanking games and minutes and stuff like that. But they were found not guilty, so to speak. I don't know how
do you prove this?
I don't know. I think they have to talk to his friends and link. I really don't know how they're going to do it. I don't know if it's like an FBI probe, or I don't know how the MLB conducts this kind of thing.
Look, I'm going to say this. I'm going to get it out of the way right away, and I probably won't have anything else to say because what I'm going to say is going to be all-encompassing. They need to get rid of prop betting on pitches, live betting on pitches. It just
I think that's what's
rid
going
of
to
it.
happen.
They have to. There's no way you can prove this whatsoever. You're going to have a guy who's a fall guy who has another guy, because there's no way Clase's actually betting this himself. He's probably got 3 friends who are doing it. And just get rid of live betting on pitches. That's it.
Yeah, I think so. I think and one of the things that brings this investigation up too, and not only what Dusty said was the amount of non-competitive pitches, but it's mixed with also the amount of money made on that prop bet for those pitches. That's how Luis Ortiz's stuff started coming to light, and then they probably started to piece together oh, this guy has ties to him, or is friends with him, or whatever it is. It's going to be tough to prove. Even if you send money, it's going to have to be an exact amount that was won on that pitch gets sent through. So it's going to be tough to prove regardless. If he won $500,000 on that pitch and I place the bet for Clase, right, and then I send him $250,000 now and then $600,000 later or something like that, you can't prove that I was sending it for that. I could say I'm gifting him money. Does it look suspicious? Is it probably what it is? Yeah, right. I mean, but it's hard to have that hard evidence for that kind of stuff.
Just get rid of these prop bets. That's it.
Yeah,
it's
I
over.
think,
but you're right, Brooks.
But if it's some poor guy back from his home country or something like that, I mean, you don't need to have 100% proof at times. You just got to be more guilty than you are not guilty.
Here's the thing, though. I mean, these stats are available to the betting public, right? So if you're looking at the stats and you're saying he's throwing 17% of his first pitches are not competitive, I might be more inclined to load up on him throwing a ball on the first pitch just because he takes him a little bit to get into the game. You know what I mean? And Clase could have nothing to do with that. Maybe he's just an outlier and these guys are taking advantage of it as gamblers, which we see in every sport, and they'll take any little edge that they can get. So I don't really know. Once again, I think there would have to be a trail from Clase specifically to these gamblers and their accounts. I think that's kind of going to be really hard to determine. But it's something that they've found before. So I guess who determines?
So the non-competitive pitch thing is interesting because they got to put a hard stat on this. Before, there was all these different stats before when we were playing. It was basically a pitch that is just not hittable. Like, even if you tried to hit it, it's not hittable, but you have to put a hard number on this at this point. I'm sure there is. I wonder if it's like 2 feet out of the zone or something, 3 feet out of the zone. I have no idea what it is.
Hell,
I'm
the
sure there
Orioles
is.
thrown non-competitive pitches for about 5 years. I mean, Jesus.
I mean, Christ, there's plenty
What if
of non-competitive 0-2-1-2 pitches I've seen.
What if he spins a meatball right down the middle? Is that competitive?
We wouldn't hit it.
But yeah, it's
really weird.
interesting. It's going to be interesting. It's not good for baseball. I think Brian's onto something. I think there could be something down the line where they say that. But I mean, there's also, right, if they keep betting it, they're going to keep betting in baseball and all sports. It's not going anywhere. Where does the line stop? Where are you going to stop the props? Because there's always going to be props at some point.
Yeah.
But do you just get rid of pitches? Do you start then you have to start like looking at, okay, if Manny Machado comes up to the plate and swings at the first pitch, like there's probably a prop bet on that, right? And like those guys can make a ton of money on that stuff
100%.
too.
Yeah.
So it's going to be tough. But I think really what it's got to come down to is it's got to be a hard example on somebody, which sucks. But it's going to have to be a hard example to scare people out of doing it or trying to do it.
I guess the way I would word it, Brooks, and you guys can tell me if I'm wrong, and get rid of pitch by pitch props from a hitter perspective and a pitcher perspective. Just get rid of.
Yeah. I like the live at bat thing. I think that's cool, but yeah, you're right. The pitches, like you can bet on if the pitch is going to be over under 89.5 miles an hour. You can bet on if it's going to be a ball or a strike. You can bet on if it's going to be a ground out, a foul ball. It's like, do you really need to bet on all that shit, guys?
No.
I get it, but it's fun. I've seen something similar has happened in golf, and it's not as widespread or as mainstream, but like guys betting on certain players to make a bogey or worse on certain holes and then screaming in the middle of their backswing and stuff like that. So you can do that, and you can take advantage of that as well. I think it happened pretty famously happened in a it was like the
whatever.
What's the one that Kelly Slater and like all it was like a tournament.
It was Lake Tahoe, the American Century.
It was like a tournament with all those guys playing.
We're going down a dangerous, not us, the three of us, but we're going down a dangerous path. All this like betting on singular things that can happen from pitch to pitch, swing by swing. Mm-hmm. We're going down a very dangerous path. Just get rid of this shit. You get rid of it, you don't have to worry about it anymore. I mean, look, how many pitches does a hitter see in an at bat? Okay, that's something that can stay, but you can't go pitch to pitch.
Because that's tough. I mean, right? Even if you're trying to manipulate it, it's still tough. Unless it's literally like unless it's like 4, and the pitcher just throws 4 non-competitive, like just ridiculous pitches, right?
And you have to have the hitter and the pitcher in cahoots together at the same time.
It's interesting because I like the theory of it. I like as it like you can keep average fans engaged into games, and things like that. But like anything, right? Bad apples spoil the whole bunch. So when stuff like this happens, and sports betting, whether we like it or not, is so new, just legally, that there's still a same thing like we talk about like the NCAA stuff, that we're still figuring it out. So this is just going to be something. This is going to be a bump in the road that we're going to have to figure out, but it's going to have to be quick, and it's probably, unfortunately, going to have to be a strong statement from the MLB if they can prove it. So I mean, if one of these guys gets caught, I would expect something hard coming down. So I mean, you don't want to make if you say a year, then guys are going to be like, okay, I can probably make a year's worth of salary on one of these bets, right?
In 2 pitches.
Yeah.
I mean, really, in 2 pitches.
Yeah. Just a weird situation. We'll see how it gets resolved. But this was a guy in Clase that was a potential trade piece at this deadline. He's been one of the best closers in the league over the course of the last couple of years. Last year had a historically good season and then kind of fell apart in the playoffs famously. But having a bad season by his standards, and he still got like a 3.2 ERA or something like that.
Yeah. Did you read anything that Joe's bringing up here?
Is that true?
I don't know anything about that. No, I didn't hear about that.
All right, I'm gonna look it up now.
Yeah. Moving on though, some other news out of MLB stuff yesterday. Bryce Harper cussing out Rob Manfred in the Phillies clubhouse.
This should have been the news of the day.
Yeah,
but-
if you guys don't know, I guess Manfred has been going around clubhouse to clubhouse talking to all 30 teams, which he does annually to help improve his relations with the players and the organizations and stuff like that. Manfred never explicitly said the word salary cap apparently during this meeting, but apparently the players were getting frustrated. Harper was one of the leaders of this group getting frustrated in the Phillies locker room yesterday. And I'll quote just the Jeff Passan article on ESPN for this part. Quiet for the majority of the meeting, Harper sitting in a chair and holding a bat. Eventually grew frustrated and said if MLB were to propose a cap and hold firm to it, players, quote, are not scared to lose 162 games, sources from the meeting told ESPN. Harper stood up, walked toward the middle of the room, faced Manfred and said, if you want to speak about that being the salary cap, you can get the fuck out of our clubhouse. And apparently Manfred, sources said, responded that he was not going to get the fuck out of the clubhouse and that we were going to talk about the MLB business. And I love that. I love that Rob Manfred stood up for himself. I'm starting to like him a little bit more now. Apparently, at the end of the meeting, him and Harper were able to shake hands and become, come to some sort of a amicable agreement or whatever. But I think the term salary cap and salary floor we've tossed around a lot in the baseball stratosphere over the course of the last couple of years with all these giant contracts and with the non-competitive teams at the bottom. There's a new CBA coming up this year. I think whenever there's a new CBA, I think we're going to be talking about this kind of thing. It goes back to, when they canceled the World Series the year I was born in 94. They talked about the salary cap and all this stuff. They've been talking about this forever. It's the only major professional sports league in America that doesn't have a salary cap. I know for the players it would be frustrating, but I can also understand from Manfred's side why he would want the cap, because it would make just the game more competitive and balanced. What are you guys' takes on all of this? What do you take on Harper's balls enough to just go up to the commissioner and tell him to go fuck himself, basically? You can take it wherever you want. Brian, we'll go to you first, and then
me first. Hey, look, I want to be fair to all parties. Obviously, none of us were in the room, and I don't even know if Jeff Passan was in the room, but it's real easy for Bryce Harper to say that when you have a $300 million contract. It's a little less for a guy like Colby Mayo to have that kind of comment. I'm just using Colby Mayo as an example.
Yeah.
Right? So I've already been on record as saying I think a salary cap is good for parity purposes. Good for Rob Manfred for standing up for himself. And we've already talked about how Rob Manfred came off phenomenal when he was on the McAfee show. So I am on the Manfred side of these things. Look, having disagreements is totally fine. Yelling and telling people to, basically F off is a little different. But I'm going to go with Manfred on this one. I'm a salary cap guy. So, and I really do think we're going to get really close to a lockout in the end of next season.
I think we're 100% going to have one. I don't think it's going to be a good one either. I
agree with you.
Do I agree with a salary cap that does it make baseball better? Yes. I think the parity is good. I think it's good for the game in terms of the smaller market teams possibly having a better chance at things. Potentially, yes. But it's not good. It's not in the best interest of the players at all. So why would they want to basically take a huge step back into their rights against these owners? Because ultimately salary caps help the owners. So that's where I'm kind of divided on this. I don't know which way I want to go. I think what makes a lot more sense is a salary floor or a payroll floor. And forcing teams like the Pirates, who spend around $100,000 a year or less, and force force them to
100
spend. Yeah, sorry, 100 million a
100
year.
grand.
Yeah, 100 grand. Christ, maybe they do. But yeah, it forces them like raise it to 150 million, 200, like what 175 million. I don't know what the threshold is there to make it more competitive to force people to spend it, and what the penalty will be if you don't. Um, I don't like taking leverage or rights away from players. I just don't. I don't love it, even though I think it would make the game better.
I think. Sorry if you're.
But
finished, Ryan, yeah.
Yeah, just one other thing, and I do love that Harper told. Like, I mean, Harper did the right thing. Like, did he need to be so aggressive about it? No, but I mean, if he's going to sit there, this is basically the mouthpiece for all the owners and who he has to basically be the lawyer for lack of a better term, right? He's looking out for the best interest of the teams and the owners. When he starts to bring up stuff like salary cap stuff, if I'm the leader of that team like Harper is, I'm saying, get out of here. You're not going to sit here and try to convince our guys why this is a good thing for us, because we know that it's not, and you can probably come up with some kind of word salad to make this sound really good, right?
You're right.
And possibly shift some players. So I mean, and that could be the ultimate goal of what he's trying to do there in those meetings. I don't know. Why else would he be there talking about the economics of baseball, right? That's just my thought process. And again, Brian was right. We weren't in the room. We don't know what was talked about or what was going on. So
yeah. Look, I know you mentioned the salary floor. I think the only way that the players would ever be down for a salary cap is if it was paired with a salary floor, one that made the guys in the minors and the guys who are on vet minimums make a little bit more money. But I think you guys are right. I think ultimately for the players, it just doesn't make that much sense. I think it would make the league more competitive. I pretty much echo what Brooks said. I'd have to read a little bit more into it. But every time we come up to these CBAs, it's just going to be like this. It's going to be a difference between players and ownership and the commissioner and everything like that. And it'll eventually work itself out. It just hopefully it won't happen after a canceled season or after a limited season or whatever. But it's just hard to speculate. I thought it was at the end of this year. I think it's at the end of next year. Actually,
it is the end of next year.
Okay, so not as quite as urgent either as really we are.
Yeah, so it's. I want to say I might have misheard this, but I want to say December of 2026 is when it runs out.
That makes sense.
I'm happy these conversations are happening now. And Manfred, I guess, is doing the right thing. Look, Harper's doing the right thing too. He's standing up for himself.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be mean toward anybody. I just think we are going toward a lockout for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially if owners feel this strongly about it. And obviously the players are going to feel strongly about it, and as they should. I have a hard time siding with like the billionaires. And that's what I'd be doing with a salary cap, even though I do kind of agree with it. So I'm having a hard time, like in my head, in my heart over this. So
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, we'll move on. We're all saying I don't know at this point. So
well, yeah, I mean, none of us know anything.
It's all speculation. The only other thing, baseball wise, the projected best hitter that will be dealt at this week's deadline got hit in the ninth inning in the finger. X-rays were negative, but he looked like he was in very, very severe pain. The good news is that the X-rays were negative. They're going to do some more testing, but he's supposed to, I'm speaking, of course, about Eugenio Suarez for the Arizona Diamondbacks, who's got 36 homers and 87 RBIs in 104 games so far this year. He was in the All-Star game. He also got hit in the hand in the All-Star game, funnily enough. But anyway, just wanted to say that it seems like the potential top guys for this deadline are all kind of dropping like flies right before the deadline. So
yeah, a couple of news things that just came through my timeline on the Orioles before we move on.
Flies. Yeah. I'm trying to kill this one right around me.
Double O'Brien. Shelby goes on the IL. Seems like a trend. Have you heard this before? Where was the other one? Brendan Young's starting. Hold on. Where was it? Ryan Mountcastle most likely rejoining the Orioles in Philly. And some bigger news. Grayson Rodriguez getting multiple opinions on his elbow.
Yay.
31 minutes ago. At this point, just fucking do it. Just get it done.
Just get it done.
We're at the point now. Like, why? It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Just do it. Yeah, Joe Brooks doesn't want to count because Rich Hill at 45. Yeah, I haven't warmed up my arm in a while, Joe. I don't think that's gonna happen.
Brooks, if Brooks warmed up his arm, he'd be getting second opinions on his arm tomorrow.
I remember coming out there for my birthday. What was that, like 4 years ago, Brooks? And I was like, you were like, what do you want for your birthday? I was like, all I want to do is play catch. Like, I really just want to play catch. And Brooks's first throw to me was something right out of like the movie The Rookie, where you're like, hey, coach, throw, and it's like, wham! I'm like, whoa, what the fuck was that?
I was like, I don't have feel anymore. It's all these muscles are tight.
Funky butt loving.
We got Charlie Morton in game 1 today, and who's likely the game 2 starter is going to be Brandon Young. That's why that was on Rock's profile. It looks like. Yeah,
the string of a couple guys getting hit. The pitchers. See Dylan Cease get hit with a bouncing ball in the back of the head yesterday.
I did see that, actually. I had that on the TV at Green Turtle. He got up and kept pitching.
Mm-hmm.
Eflin almost took one off the dome yesterday too.
Yeah, he did. What do we think about Eflin's potential final start, by the way, as an Oriole? Did we like it? Couple missed pitches that kind of left made it look.
I started watching the game after Eflin left the fourth, or the fifth. So
I mean, we got to talk about it. The worst missed pitch call of the year.
Oh my God, it was so bad. I don't know if it was the worst one of the year. There's been some bad ones that I've seen, but I mean, it was right down the middle, and Adley just sat there.
And Ben McDonald was like, "What the?" And of course, I mean, he gets a base hit up the middle two pitches later.
What was it? Right down the dick?
Oh my God!
Almost exactly right down the middle. And
almost split it perfectly.
Adley was set up.
Adley
was set up on the outside corner, and he had to move his glove to the middle of the plate to catch it. And it was one of those that the ball didn't hit the glove. The umpire just froze. And it was so funny.
It's been picked up by like all the major baseball accounts, like John Boy and all them.
Yeah.
Basically everybody, the umpire auditor and everything. And everyone's like, okay, we got a clear number 1 for the year.
Oh, Lord.
Oh my God. And it just makes it even worse that there's a base hit on the next one. And then I think there's another hit after that. I can't remember if that guy scored or not. But regardless, like as soon as he gets that base up the middle, you just hear Ben McDonald go, Jesus Christ.
That's great.
Man, you can't say that on air, buddy.
Well, he didn't exactly say that. We just heard him go, like he just sighed. He was just like, of course.
Oh man, I forgot, by the way, we got a doubleheader today. We're starting in 40 minutes. Kobe Mayo is playing both games according to Rock Kabatko. I love that.
If anybody is watching this and wants to go to the Oriole game, I have tickets to both games.
Well, they got about 25 minutes to get there.
Well, we can get rolling too. So anybody wants to?
I mean, yeah, I'll go. I could probably get there by like the 7th inning stretch.
There you go.
Yeah. Rich Hill back on the bump last night. did not have his best stuff last night. Actually, it was kind of mowing down Atlanta for the first 3 innings, and then kind of got in the 4th inning, gave up 4 runs in the 4th. But good for the old Dick Mountain still getting out there on the bump and putting out some competitive pitches. Before we get into any NFL or anything else, have you guys seen Happy Gilmore 2 yet? What'd you think?
I've seen the first 20 minutes, so don't ruin anything for me, please.
Got it. Brooks?
I liked it. Well, the first 20 minutes are rough in terms of like it's a real downer. It's a real downer those first 20 minutes. But after that, I think it's pretty good. I liked all the cameos that were happening in it. Is it the best thing I've ever seen in the world? No, but I mean, it was nice. It was cool that he had so many odes back to the old movie and flashbacks and stuff like that. So
yeah,
it was cool. I liked it.
For me, I thought it was just a little bit too much cameo and a little bit too little movie. I like the cameos. I think they're cool when they're done like few and farther between, but I think there were like about 100 million of them in this movie. So it kind of got exhausting just trying to keep track of like who was what. I did like all the callbacks. I liked it enough. I laughed a lot, but it's just one of those things where I don't think I'm going to be going back to it like I did the first one. And I've seen the first one. I mean, I couldn't count how many times. So, I liked it, didn't love it, but it's fun.
I get it.
Didn't, look, I'm not embarrassed that they made it.
We're older. We're
nostalgia. Yeah. You'll like it, Brian. You should watch it.
Yeah, I started watching it, and then I just got sidetracked. So I will watch it probably today or tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm before we get off of baseball and stuff like that. I know we're kind of off of it, but I found the Ben McDonald.
All right.
Kevin Brown.
I need to hear this.
Scene.
If this is what you say it is.
Share screen. All right, here we go. Hopefully I can get the audio to work correctly. Can you hear it? Hear it?
Cannot.
No.
Anyway, there's the account. If you guys want to look it up, it's awful announcing. We'll try to get.
But here it is, so you can at least see it, Brian.
Yeah, I haven't seen the pitch. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my.
He's like, are you sure? Did you forget to speak?
Oh dear.
Yeah, I gotta get this. I gotta get it working because you hear Kevin Brown and Ben McDonald go, oh my, and wow. Ben McDonald goes, what is going on? You couldn't set it on a tee better than that down the middle. I always get so confused about how the volumes on this thing to get it to work on the show. But
why did my mind immediately go to Naked Gun? Where like he forgets to call a strike and like the catcher turns around, he's like,
that's basically what it was. It had to be, right?
Yeah,
he had to be like thinking about something else and just like miss the pitch. Like I don't even know. How do you miss that?
Brandon Young is the 27th man for the doubleheader, likely starting game 2. Okay. Did Brooks just say that? Sorry. Yeah. I don't really have anything else on baseball. There's a little bit of football I want to talk about before we get to our 2010s draft.
Yeah. Trade deadline obviously going to be a little bit.
We'll have a lot more baseball to talk. Yeah. For sure.
Happy birthday to Ryan Ripken. I saw he texted us at like 2:25 in the morning, which is very off color for Ryan Ripken.
He's a night owl. I don't know, but he had to be having some fun.
Yeah, I mean it's his birthday. So
how do I get this sound on here?
But that's baseball's fun. I'm enjoying watching some of the teams that are still in that are in contention. I don't understand how the Blue Jays doing what they're doing, but I'm very happy for it. It's kind of the same thing with the Milwaukee Brewers. Don't really understand how they're doing it, but I really thought this Hall of Fame weekend was awesome. It's one of my favorite Hall of Fames I've watched in a very, very long time.
Yeah, congratulations to Billy Wagner, CC Sabathia, and Ichiro Suzuki. Billy Wagner becomes, I think, the 7th or 8th full-time reliever to get into Cooperstown. CC Sabathia became one of the Black Aces, one of the only, I think, 14 black pitchers to ever win 20 games in a season. Well, he obviously did that a long time ago, but gets inducted into Cooperstown and gets into that little nook of Cooperstown that is so prestigious. And then Ichiro, obviously the best Japanese-born player in the history of baseball. I don't really think it's close until our boy Shohei has something to say about it. But good for all three of them. All three very well deserved.
Think about this. We know Ichiro by one name. Ichiro, right? I know his name's Ichiro Suzuki. Okay. Why do we go with Shohei Ohtani? 2 names.
I think a lot of people just say Ohtani.
I think a lot of people just say Shohei.
Yeah. I don't know.
Why are boobs good?
Yeah. Why did we go with Yap instead of Ming?
I hate us.
Oh no.
Let me try.
Why do we just go with Steve instead of
Steve Sagano?
Scuba Steve, damn you. All right, let me try one. I'm gonna try one more thing, guys. Let me see if I can get it to work.
Okay. By the way, after he tries this, Delaware Dave made one of the worst bets I've ever heard in my entire life. I'm going to tell you.
Is it with you?
Yes.
Well, you two made the worst fantasy draft pick of all time, which we need to go over here soon.
I picked Holiday. He leads the team in homers, or he did before.
All right, let's try it. Let's see if it'll work. Can you guys hear it or no?
No.
Nothing. All right, that's my last. Figure it out later.
All right. Let's move on to some football stuff. Not a ton of football stuff, but we do have to. Sorry.
I'm leaving and come back in. You guys getting real choppy.
Okay. So yeah, not a ton of football stuff to talk about, but a couple of things did happen over the course of the last weekend. Broncos and Courtland Sutton reached a 4-year, $92 million extension to tie him with the Broncos. Good for Courtland Sutton. Been one of the more underrated receivers in the league, I would say, over the course of the last couple of years. Had a really good year last year. I don't know if a lot of people realize how good of a player he was last year. Just kind of a quieter player. The Colts signed a deal with their left tackle, Bernard Ryman, I believe it's Ryman, 4-year, $100 million deal. 2022 third-round draft pick, was entering the final year of his rookie deal. Obviously has played well enough to earn himself a massive extension. $25 million a year is nothing to shake a stick at. Good for him. And then the only other thing that I thought was really interesting, and I want Brian in here for this. The Christian Wilkins thing. Have you guys been up to date on this? He tried to kiss some guy on the forehead and then got kicked off the team or something. What the hell is going on with this guy? He was like a massive addition to the Raiders last year, and he's just.
I've been reading up a lot on this. This is a very awkward situation.
Well, let's start with what happened with him losing all of his contract and getting cut. So why don't you start there, Brian?
Yeah, so
this was before all this.
It's like $35.6 million of guaranteed money, and we've talked about fully guaranteed versus guaranteed. It got voided out because he apparently didn't rehab the way the Raiders wanted him to rehab, but also he was denied the opportunity to get a second opinion, which in the CBA allows you to get a second opinion. So the Raiders are going to be screwed there. But also there's this behind the scenes stuff with kissing a dude on the forehead, which is like conduct detrimental to the team, per the team, not the NFL. This is a Molotov cocktail of hell. I think he's going to end up winning this, and I honestly think he's going to end up a Raven or a Patriot. I really do. What do you have to lose?
I mean, he signed a 4-year, $110 million deal last offseason, 85 of it guaranteed, or maybe it was two off seasons ago. Yeah, last offseason. So obviously this is a player that was very highly regarded. And when he was with the Dolphins, I remember a lot of people thinking he was one of the better interior defensive players in the league. But just 1 year into this Raiders experiment, it seems like it's not working out for him. Maybe Pete Carroll didn't like him and they were looking for a way to get rid of him. Maybe they didn't like the contract. Maybe maybe they're just telling the truth. Maybe they didn't like the way he rehabbed and they were like, fuck this. We're not going to give you all this money if you're not going to rehab correctly. I don't really know. Brooks, what's your opinion on it?
It was so from what I heard, they basically told him that he needed to have the surgery, and he went against, I guess, what they said that needed to be done, and decided not to have the surgery and go ahead and rehab it, and then didn't rehab it at the facility. Went outside to wherever he went. And I guess basically there's something in his contract apparently that says like, I forget what it is. Regardless, he's got a case here. Like there was something in there that I think the Raiders think that they can void the $35 million, which they said they have. The issue right now is that the NFLPA is going through a whole bunch of bullshit. The people who are supposed to have the lawyers to back him up to go defend him against this stuff are just in turmoil.
Yeah.
So, like, if he does get to court against this, he's probably going to win. He's probably going to have $35 million guaranteed in his pocket if he wants to go be a professional golfer for a couple years and not play football. It's really going to be up to him. But anyway, on the other side of that, they also had this whole thing where he kissed some guy on the forehead. I think there's probably more going on with this and other stuff that had happened, but this is what they're going to come out with. I've seen a couple of his teammates come out and had quotes saying like the guy was always a little bit freaky. Was the exact quote or something like that? Something about him being a little freaky or something like that.
Sunshine.
So I mean, we all forget that Sunshine kissed Gary Petir on the mouth, and they went and won the state title.
Me,
Maybe he was just trying to bring the team together.
Maybe he's seen Remember the Titans one or two too many times, I guess.
He was just trying to sunshine Gary Petir. This had to be on like Max Crosby or something to make this such a big deal.
Oh man,
it had to be something like that.
2 X's and Max, man. We should have a third X after getting kissed on the forehead.
So you know it. Like it probably pissed him off. And then the team was like, all right, you got to go, dude. Get out of here.
And it seems like a bad fit.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, I think he's going to end up winning this lawsuit. He could end up having
the second opinion thing that he was denied is going to be the one that breaks.
Yeah. I agree with you. And the conduct detrimental. I mean, I think he's not going to get away with that. I mean, say what you want. If that was unwanted, that's technically like a sexual assault in the workplace. Even though it doesn't feel like that, but legally it is.
Yeah.
So I think he's going to be like, he's not going to have any recourse on that, nor does it sound like he really wants to, probably. Yeah. So somebody's going to end up picking him up. But we'll see. I don't know. I do, like, I'm with Brian. He's going to get that $35 million. So I'm pretty sure, as long as the NFLPA doesn't just crumble in the next couple of days, even though it seems like they kind of are. But hopefully they get their shit together.
Yeah.
And how about on the football? How about this craziness about the guy? And look, I'm not trying to, be a Debbie Downer in any way, shape, or form. This shooting outside.
Oh yeah, yesterday I forgot about that.
And the guy was apparently trying to target the NFL. Like he wanted to get to like the 5th or 8th floor of 345 Park Avenue, where the NFL offices are.
He shot one of their employees.
An NFL employee, yeah.
Yeah, and a police officer.
Yeah, I was purposely avoiding this, but
okay, yeah, I don't want to.
We're going to talk about it. Yeah,
it's big news. It's big news, though.
It is big news, but I just don't know if it's the platform to speak on it.
Yeah, it's crazy to think that people are just so there.
It's sports, guys. It's sports.
Sports.
Yeah. obviously this guy's got he had more things wrong with him than just being a crazy sports fan. So I'll leave it at that. If you guys want to discuss it, more than welcome to.
You're good, man. You're good.
Let's get some good news in here. Deion Sanders is cancer free.
Deion, there you go. Bang.
Deion is cancer free. He has beaten bladder cancer, so it looks, which is awesome news. This guy has had a complete disaster of health problems, it seems like, over the course of the past 4 or 5 years, and even more in his family. I believe there was an untimely death in his family as well. Just a lot of stuff going on in Deion's life, and I know he's a polarizing figure as a coach, and people have opinions, for and against him, and with the whole Shedeur stuff that happened in the NFL draft, kind of being turned into like a circus on ESPN. But good for Deion. It seems like he's always got a smile on his face, regardless of the fact that he's going through a lot of issues personally.
Yeah, and I think he's always got the best interests of his not only his blood kids, but like the kids that he coaches in general.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Even if he's wrong in what he does, or if you think he's wrong in what he does, I think he's trying to do what he thinks is best. Is the best way I can put it. But I mean, I think I saw that he's had like 14 surgeries since 2021, and he's like, that's more than I've had my entire NFL career. So he's had, like you said, a couple toes amputated. Now he's had this cancer tumor removed from his bladder. Didn't tell his kids about it. That's why he's been absent from the team at Colorado for all summer and since the season, apparently, just because he's been going through this. And he also I think he said that he had because he has issues with blood clots. So that's why he's had a couple of his toes amputated, from what I read. And he basically told his kids like he's having a couple more issues with that going on because he didn't want to get them all out of sorts during the biggest time of their life in terms of like the draft and signing and their first year at training camp and everything like that. So, I'm glad that everything's worked out. I'm glad he didn't officially say he's stepping away from coaching. I thought that was probably what was coming. So I hope he stays, whether you like him or not. He's doing good stuff. He's turning teams around, if you agree with it or not. Teams are getting better under his tutelage. So,
here's the question for the group: are the North Carolina Tar Heels going to be the new Colorado Buffaloes this year?
Potentially, yeah.
They have 10 games that are standalone or on national television. 10.
That's insane. I mean, does Alabama have that many games? Like, this is insane.
I mean, look, I'm not. They're not going to be good. 1, 2. What are you going to do to show Bill Belichick the entire goddamn time?
Yeah.
He is vanilla ice cream. Come on. In fact, that's a disrespect to vanilla ice cream.
No, I mean, I get it. I get why they're doing it. I think this is just unwanted stuff that Bill Belichick himself would probably say, like, why are we doing this?
Is he Neapolitan ice cream?
Don't even get me started on Neapolitan ice cream. All right. Screw Neapolitan ice cream.
Have they signed like any big name like guys? Like, do we know if they're going to be really good or not? I haven't really followed the offseason for college football, to be honest with you.
Stopped caring. I don't give a damn. I don't think his girlfriend, whatever her name is, I don't know, William Hung or something.
I think that's him. I think he's William Hung.
I don't like this.
I love Dusty's awkwardness.
Oh man.
Also, did you guys see this?
You guys are weirdos.
That's Will Levis's shoulder that he's having surgery on, his season-ending surgery on.
Tony, eat more mayo.
That's wild. That's
disgusting.
What is that? It looks like a penis.
I remember
Maybe
seeing.
That's why he was the worst quarterback in the NFL last year. Jesus, dude.
Wow.
I remember seeing something about this when he was like getting drafted. I feel like, or maybe right after he got drafted during like Titans training camp, that he has like this weird thing, like in photos when he's throwing that with his shoulder. And I feel like this is what it was, but I mean, that looks like it hurts, man.
That looks like it hurts bad.
Yeah. So I mean, I can understand why you don't have a good throwing motion with that going on in your shoulder. That doesn't look like any kind of good.
By the way, lineup is out for the Oreo game. It's been out since the beginning of this podcast. And I just wanted to mention real quick.
Pick to click, guy. I need your pick to click.
For the first game, or does it matter?
Well, we only have lineup for the first game, so yeah.
Yeah, I'll take Mayo. He's been white hot.
Mayo.
He's been mayonnaise white hot.
See what you did there.
Interestingly enough, Jackson Holiday is not in this lineup. He also was not in the lineup on Sunday, so that's 2 out of 3 days he's just not in the lineup. A little bit frustrating, but it's not the end of the world. It's just when Manzolino said he was going to be starting every day. Westberg's playing second and Urias is playing third. And I get you want to get
this is showcase. This is showcasing.
Yeah. But when Manzolino told Jackson that he was going to be playing every day, I didn't think I don't think we were thinking he was going to be taking 2 out of 3 games off. I know it's a double.
It's the first time in a while, though. It's the first time in a while.
So that's a little frustrating, but regardless, I like our guys.
First time in a while. There's 110 heat index. Mayo's playing both games, but I think he had a night off 2 nights ago as well. I'm not that upset about it, but I agree with Brian. They are showcasing some guys, and these guys are getting hot at the right time. Some of them are, which could be great, which is also going to piss off Birdland when we start trading some of these guys, and they're all going to be like, oh my God, they're starting to play well. Now we're trading them. It's like, yeah, that's how you get the most for your trade, guys.
Yeah.
You got
a bucket hat.
Oh, that's awesome.
Jackson needs a break. Yeah, I mean, the guy has been like Manzolino has lived up to his word. And these are the first couple games that he's had off. And I'm sure he's going to be in game 2 tonight. So
yeah, he'll play tonight.
Yeah. All right. So without further ado, I think it's a good time to get into our 2010s all-decade baseball draft. We've been putting this off for roughly 2.5 weeks now. We had some unfortunate health circumstances and some vacation circumstances. But anyway, we're going to get back on it. We're going to do this week.
Before we do that, how was vacation, Brooks? We never got. How was California?
It was good, man. I basically toured Southern California, friends and family tour. My friends and family. So we went out to OC, saw one of Caitlin's best friends and college roommates who we haven't seen in a very long time, since before COVID. And if you don't know, Caitlin and I got married right around like the COVID time. So they weren't able to travel out for that. We had like a little window that we were lucky enough to have a break in to get some family and friends out to the wedding, but not everybody, depending on jobs and stuff like that. But yeah, we haven't seen them since before then. So our kids have not met. So we got to see their little girl. And then we spent a couple, like 3 days there. And then we took the train down to San Diego, which is where my dad and his side of the family is from. Uncle Bruce and Aunt Linda, and my college roommate, who is, for all intents and purposes, the reason why I transferred to Millersville. One of my best friends, one of my groomsmen.
One of the craziest SOBs I've ever met my entire life. God, he's awesome.
He's been on this show. He was drafted by the Tigers. The guy's just good at whatever he's good at whatever he does, and it's really frustrating. His high school coach was Matt Nagy. He played against Chad Henne in high school. Like he's a freak athlete is what he is. Even though he doesn't look like an athlete, the guy got drafted. He pitched 1 year in college and got drafted by the Tigers, and it's just
so much fun to be with. It's unreal when you're with him. You don't know what's happening next.
He pretty much he got drafted as a pitcher, and he pretty much set every hitting record in our high school and the conference. While he played only 3 years, and he's just a maniac, man. He's a freak. Like I said, he's good at whatever he does, and I haven't seen him since our wedding. And he's had a little girl. They're pregnant with another little girl.
Oh, awesome.
So it's it's really cool when like when your kids get to meet like your best friend's kids. So we got to do that. Our aunt and uncle are getting older. So we really made it a priority to say like we're going to go out and see them and make an effort to go out and see them, because growing up and even to this day, they always come out to the East Coast for stuff, and we haven't been out there in a long time. And you just never know how much time you got left with somebody. You can really put a finite number on stuff like that. So
Well
when
said.
it starts to get like to the older age, so we were like, you know what, we're gonna go out and make this a trip and go see everybody. So it was
Well,
it was special. It was special.
Good for you, man. That's awesome. I'm happy to hear that. I can tell you the conviction you have in your voice when you're talking about it. And also, it's very nice. Good time of year. Get away from this heat. Go out there. I'm sure it was a little bit cooler than it is out here. So
Yeah. I mean, obviously, it's Orange County, and San Diego weather are obviously always perfect. It's a little warmer this time of year, but I mean, it's like it's in the 70s and 80s and no humidity,
Yeah.
so it's nothing compared to like here, and definitely not compared to the East Coast, because every time I go back out east during the summertime, I feel like the humidity is worse now than it was growing up. It's crazy.
it's bad.
So, but yeah,
Good. I'm glad you had
it was a
fun,
good
man.
time.
That's awesome.
Great weather. Got to go on a little Duffy boat. Banks got to see some sea creatures, as he likes to say. We took him to the San Diego Zoo. Stuff that like Dustin and I got to do when we were younger, when we went out there. So it was really cool. It was really
Awesome.
cool.
Awesome. Glad you guys got to have a good time, man.
Yeah. So
Hell yeah. All right. So without further ado, we are going to get into our snake draft this week. And once again, it's going to be our 2010s all decade snake draft. And when we do snake drafts around here, we do this.
Roger.
Big Nugs.
Oh man. All right, guys. It's been a couple weeks now, so we've gotten a couple of the we've got a couple of the cobwebs we got to shake out here. But anyway, we are going to do our 2010s all decade MLB team, and then we're going to finish next week with our 2020s, I guess half decade team, as we move into the end of the MLB season. We thought this would be a fun thing to do. So we have done our 1990s. We've done our 2000s. I don't believe we've posted the 2000s yet, but we will do that before next week. So
We'll be better. We will be better.
And we'll get this one posted as well. But regardless, we're going to take a player for each position, including DH, starting pitcher, reliever, manager. The best of the 2010s. You only get their stats from the 2010s. No 2000s, no 2020s. But it's always fun when we do these. So we are going to get into it now. Do we care who gets the first pick? Does it matter? What do we want to do about that?
Doesn't matter to me. You guys pick.
Okay.
You know what? Before we start this,
Why am I nervous all of a sudden? Why my palms start sweating?
I need some input from the Gary Williams from the Huckleberries. So we're doing our Quality Hams Gary Williams Stole My Lawn Furniture show, kind of like our in-house.
Oh God, you're gonna
chat.
piss me off. I'm out. All right. Now I'm gonna go make a drink because I'm not even drinking right now, but I'm gonna go make a drink because Delaware Dave and I don't like this.
So one of the guys in the chat suggested, all right, so based on the order of what you finished last year, you get to pick an Oriole, basically a pick to click, right? Based on your draft position or based on how we finished last year, pick an Oriole that you think is going to hit a homer the soonest. And whoever hits whatever the order of home runs that it falls over the next until the end of the season or the playoffs or whatever, that's what our draft order is going to be. And of course, number 11 and 12 are Mr. Rogers over there and Dr. Delaware Dave were all up in arms because they don't think that there's enough players to pick from. So they basically voided their picks and said that, you know what, we'll just take our 11 and 12 picks and get our panties in a bunch. But to be honest with you, I think that's the right call because I'd rather have the wraparound right there.
Dude, it's bullshit. I'm actually kind of pissed about this. I would if I wanted the 11th or 12th pick.
Too bad.
Well,
too late.
I know, but they decided that they're not gonna make their pick and they're just gonna stick with their position, and that's how it's gonna fall. And I gotta respect it.
Dell said, "I'll take all the catchers," because we couldn't name any of them.
You could have had the first one. You could have had the first pick.
Brett took Adley when he was still in AAA, and he hit a homer last night.
Jackson hit a home run that night.
Yeah, but it didn't matter. Apparently, it didn't count.
It didn't count because we didn't finish all of our picks.
I like Delaware's.
If I would have done all this, I would have just taken TJ McFarland, so I could have gotten the last pick.
TJ McFarland.
So, do you guys think that the group is in the wrong, or are Delaware Dave and what's his name, Mark Holers over there,
Mark Wohlers,
are getting their panties in a bunch for no reason? I'll tell you who was left on the board that somebody could have had the number 3 overall pick because nobody took O'Neill.
Tyler O'Neill.
Tyler O'Neill was on the board still. Kobe Mayo was still on the board still. Where is it? Carlson was still on the board. I know he's not up, but neither was Austin. Neither was Adley Rutschman. Mountie was still on the board. He's coming up next week or this week. Plenty of players that you could have picked from were still on the board. Austin Slater.
He's not on the team.
I'm just kidding.
2010's draft. Brian, you get the last pick in the fantasy draft.
Ahoy!
You can have the first pick here. Paul, ahoy!
Every time Paul joins with his ahoy, he's going to get on the screen. That's our resident pirate.
All right, let's do Brian Brooks Dusty. Let's go right to left here.
Right.
Oh, you got it, man.
All
So
right.
I'm doing this one with my heart, not my head. I'm gonna go crazy. I'm taking him because my favorite person of the 10s. Give me Buck Showalter.
Oh my God.
Boom.
All right.
That's just outrageously bad.
That is
just
outrageous.
Just a bad pick.
I don't
It's
care.
like taking Sebastian Janikowski in the first round of the NFL.
I'll take Seabass too, baby, if you want to throw him in there. All right.
Outrageous. Absolutely outrageous.
Well,
I think
the number 1 overall pick of the 2010s.
Give me the
0
Buck
World
truck,
Series championships.
Give me the Buck truck.
I think there's a
0
couple of
World
different.
Series appearances.
I could yeah. I don't know what we're doing here. But he's gonna end up winning. Who knows? I ended up winning, I think the 90s or 2000 or no. Yeah, the 90s, I believe, and I didn't think I had the best team, so
Wait till people see your 2000s team and your 8 left fielders.
we're not playing defense, Dustin.
We're playing baseball games, dude.
Dusty's got a team that's made. He's like doing lefty-righty matchups.
Yeah, dude. I'm trying to win ball games.
Yeah, Dustin's gonna come in last in that one. I think there's a couple number 1 overall picks here that you could take. But for my 1-1 player, I got to go Mike Trout.
Yeah. I think this was the clear-cut favorite here. Mike Trout.
I disagree.
I think there was 2 others that are in the running here, but I think this is gonna inch them out. There's 2 other Hall of Famers in here.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. There's also some positional scarcity that I always kind of get into, and I feel like it gets me into trouble a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But regardless, I think that's a really, really great pick for Mike Trout there.
Yeah.
All right. Give me at. I want to do the positional scarcity thing so bad.
Well, you got 2 picks, so.
I know. All right, well, give me Buster Posey. to start for sure. It's the best catcher by a country mile.
Landslide.
I wouldn't say by a country mile. Calm it down.
If you look in the 2010s specifically, I think he's the best catcher by a country mile. But we can make arguments for and against it. That's totally fine. With my second pick, I am going to take. Man.
Also, Brian, don't let us forget about that bet with you in Delaware.
I got you. It's really bad.
Give me just give me Harper in the outfield. I'll take Harper.
Not bad.
Bryce Harper in right field, but the outfielders don't matter. Brooks, you are back up.
Give me, I think.
Don't do it to me.
Honestly, I think this was also another 1-1 controversial pick. Give me Miguel Cabrera.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he did quite a bit of his work in the late 2000s, but definitely won a triple crown in the early 2010s as well. So hard to argue against Miguel Cabrera there.
Yeah.
I think there's one other as well, but he's one I think who did more in the 2000s than. Well, I have to look it up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he that 2010 like 2015 stretch he crushed. I think he won a triple crown in like 16 maybe.
Who? Miguel Cabrera?
Yeah.
I think it was
right around there.
Well, it was 2013, I think.
2013.
But yeah.
I'm going to go positional scarcity here, and I'm going to go with Yadi Molina at your catcher.
See, that's what I didn't think him and Buster Posey are that wide apart. Offensively, yes, but I mean, as catchers, no.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. I think Posey, just with the championships and the pedigree and all that stuff, is just higher on my list personally. But
Fair.
Yeah, it's very fair. And then I'm actually going to go with a shortstop. I'm going to go Francisco Lindor.
Yeah, I thought about
it. He just, I don't know what, he's my Jose Ramirez of shortstops. Like,
yeah,
he always kind of mildly overlooked, even though I know he's got a big contract. I get it.
Just a couple injuries. That's about it. That's what really held him down a little bit. But I agree. I love Francisco Lindor, man. I love everything about him.
The only knock on him is that he came up in 2015, so not like just a half decade, but I mean, he was unbelievable for that half decade.
Like 17 through 20, he was just there. I mean, he was crushing at Cleveland.
Yeah, and very clutch. Brooksy, you're back.
This is one I didn't look the stats up on, so I'm a little iffy on when a lot of his stats came and what his 2010 stats were, but give me another Hall of Famer, Adrian Beltre at third base.
Yeah, he was. I was considering taking him in the last round. Just so good for so long.
Yeah,
that's what I mean. Even if a lot of his stats were in the 2000s, I think he was just so consistent that I'm fine there no matter what.
He's Nelson Cruz of the infield.
Yeah.
Speaking of Nelson Cruz, he's going to be on this team. He's going to be on this team.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to be taking him quite yet. Although, I mean,
Jesus, you take him now.
He made 6 All-Star teams in the 2010s. I think that's pretty good. And I can put him in the outfield. My defense would suffer. All right.
But what of my defense?
Yeah. Okay, same thing that happened with Lindor with Brian, but I just have to take him because he's so good. Give me Mookie Betts.
I was going to take him.
Absolute stud. He's a little bit on the later side of the decade, but doesn't really matter to me. And then I'm going to go with my number one first baseman of the 2010s. Just because of the whole decade body of work. Give me Joey Votto at
great call. One of the craziest stats is he hit one foul ball to the right side. And I don't know the year, but it's like in the mid 2010s. He hit one foul ball to the right side in an entire season. One who tracks that.
Yeah.
And dude, that's crazy. And he's a left-handed hitter. So,
and that's wild too, because that's before like the StatCast stuff. That was like right when it was starting, kind of. So I know that wasn't getting tracked really, unless you were really paying attention.
I mean, he didn't pull a foul ball for an entire season except one time. What?
It is crazy.
Committed to hitting the ball the other way.
Yeah. All right, Brooksy, who you got?
This one became a whole lot harder with you taking Mookie. So I think I'm going to take another outfielder, and I think I'm going to take Andrew McCutchen.
Yeah. I don't dislike that at all.
MVP.
Total stud. Andrew McCutchen. Former Pirates great. Current Pirates great.
Current.
Back.
Put some respect on his name.
Yeah. Pirates Hall of Famer, I would imagine.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
I get 2 here. I'm going to go Nolan Arenado at third base.
Yeah, he lasted way too long. I considered taking him
Mhm.
last round. Just the model of consistency at third.
Yeah, and I'm actually going to take a starting pitcher here, which it's too early, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm just going to take Clayton Kershaw.
Yeah.
He was so good for
So
a
dominant.
7-8 year stretch.
Yeah.
His ERA went down for like 6 consecutive years, which is crazy to think about.
Because his ERA was like 2.3.
And
It's
it
going
kept
down.
going down.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, man, with you taking a starting pitcher, that makes me want to take one, but I can't get out of this round without taking a shortstop. And there's only one that's been taken so far, and I think the other one is going to be controversial probably, but just because of his health issues. But when he was playing, he was phenomenal. Give me Troy Tulowitzki.
Yeah.
Good call.
Hip hip. Too low.
Too low.
Yeah. Troy Tulowitzki was going to be my next pick, so that is a dagger. I guess I am going to wait on shortstop. Ugh. Yuck. Okay. Give me a guy that I tried to model my swing after in high school. Controversial figure, I guess, to a certain extent, but one of the smoothest swings I've ever seen from a lefty hitter. Give me Robbie Cano at second base.
Don't you know?
Absolutely loved watching that guy hit. Got into the weedies a little bit too hard late in his career, but we won't have to worry about that. There's a couple more really good second basemen here as well. So I think you guys will be fine there. And what do I need? I need a shortstop, a third baseman, an outfielder. I need a lot of stuff. You guys took all the really good players. What do I do?
Oh, the scarcity thing isn't working out for you, is it?
I didn't do it. That's why.
What'd you do?
All right, give me Stanton in the outfield. Giancarlo.
Well, you mean Mike Stanton then?
Well, half Mike, half Giancarlo.
Like,
Yeah. I'll take Giancarlo Stanton in my outfield, and I'll round out my outfield.
Oh boy. Okay, I'm going starting pitching now. You know what? No, I'm not. I think there's enough. I can still wait. So
Sure.
I'm gonna fill out I'm gonna get my second baseman in. Give me Jose Altuve.
Damn you! That was my next pick.
Yeah, I was kind of between him and Cano, but I had to take Cano over him. I think that's a great pick.
Scuba Steve. Damn you.
Okay. Give me. Damn you. I'm really screwed now.
Man, I need a catcher.
That'd be a refined one. I'm gonna take Freddie Freeman at first base.
When did Freddie come up?
You can't really go wrong with that. I think he's probably like 2014 rookie, if I had to guess.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I need a second baseman so bad. Yes. You know what? I'm going reliever. Give me Craig Kimbrell. All right. I hate him with the Orioles. But I'm taking Craig Kimbrell.
Oh my God.
That's a panic pick, by the way.
That's not the best bet. That's not the best pick. Yeah, I mean, you can make an argument that it is. He was an excellent reliever in the 2010s.
There's a couple catchers that I think are kind of on the same level here.
Boy, the shortstop thing is really gonna fuck me.
Shoot. Do I take the career, like the long career, or do I take like the short stint of greatness? Ah, I gotta take this guy because I respect him so much. Give me Salvi Perez.
Yeah,
I mean,
think you're not going wrong there, dude. Salvi's
I'm
great.
stunned at how young he still is. Like, I thought he was 48. He's like 34.
And it feels like he's been here forever. It feels like.
know.
I couldn't tell you the last person to catch a game for the Royals before Salvi.
I know. I mean,
Greg Zaun? I have no idea.
Jesus Christ.
Greg
So
Zaun.
my other couple that I was between was I loved Jonathan Lucroy, I loved Brian McCann, and I loved Chooch.
Yeah,
Chooch, yeah.
Chooch
What was the guy
Ruiz.
that played for the Pirates that rolled his ankle real bad? Jason Kendall?
He's 2000s
He's like
though.
he was 90s 2000s.
Yeah.
He's way earlier than that. All right. Damn, I really kind of regretting the Stanton pick at this point, but I still need a DH, and I think Nelson Cruz is best player available just based on his career. So I'm going to take Nelson Cruz, put him at the DH. And I really need a shortstop and a third baseman. And the shortstops are
Brian Culotta. Robinson Cano has already gone off the board, but Culotta, I love you.
Yeah, I think the best two shortstops I get to choose here between are Elvis Andrus and Andrelton Simmons. Maybe Correa.
Yikes.
I'll just say Correa.
There's got to be better ones.
Correa came up in 2015. I could take JJ Hardy at shortstop.
Good. You certainly could.
Dude had a flavor saver. I mean, who has a soul patch? You take a man with a soul patch.
Give me a second to look at JJ Hardy's baseball reference page.
Dude.
Yeah, fuck it. Give me JJ Hardy at short.
Man, I'm looking at a couple other ones.
I took JJ Hardy. It doesn't matter. He's on the team. I need a third baseman too.
Asdrubal
Cabrera. I also thought about Brandon Crawford for the Giants, but
I was taking him.
I love that man. That man's glove.
Yeah, he was
so nice. I forget what show it was from, but somebody was like, every time they brought up Asdrubal Cabrera, like he'd look at him and be like, "It's pronounced Asdrubal." Also, a couple guys that I forgot about: Gene Segura.
Yeah, I do remember. Led the league in hits one year.
Do you remember? I was never a huge Elvis Andrus fan or an Andrelton Simmons fan. Never huge on them.
They were big gloves, not big bats.
All those Carlos Correa was drafted in 2015 and had obviously a hell of a half of a 2010s.
Hell of a half.
All right. Give me, since pitching's still not coming off the board, really, I got to take the other dominant Hall of Fame DH, David Ortiz, please.
Yeah, large Poppy. Good pick there.
Bigger than average Poppy.
Hall of Famer, David Ortiz. All right, Brian, you get 2 in a row here. You still need a lot of players because you just decided to fill out your pitchers and manager right out.
Well, because look, leave me alone.
Buck Showalter over Mike Trout.
Number 1 overall pick, Buck Showalter.
Oh, we lost Brooks.
Oh no, where'd it go? Why'd Luke Scott go out? Oh, did I unplug it?
You need 3 outfielders, DH, second base.
All right, I'm going to take Dustin Pedroia at second base.
Okay. Dustin Pedroia. Don't hate that at all.
God, I'm in trouble with outfield.
There's a lot of good outfielders, man.
I hate that I'm going to say this. I actually hate myself for saying this.
Jose Batista.
I'm taking Jose Batista.
Yeah. I looked at it long and hard, and it made me want to die, so I didn't do it.
I hate every single second of that pick.
I hate
The
him so
words
much.
tasted bad coming out of my mouth.
Yeah, you could take as your DH. You could take another.
Brian,
you
I
could
was
take his buddy behind him in the lineup too.
I remember where me and you were, Brian, for that home run.
I remember. You know what, Brooks? I remember exactly where we were as well.
Well, the home run against the Orioles was Edwin Encarnacion, but the home run that Joey Batista hit was against, who was that? The Twins? The one where he threw his bat. Anyway.
It was against the Rangers.
Was it the Rangers?
It was against the Rangers.
Yeah. All right, Brooksy, you got one outfielder, a starting pitcher, a reliever, and a manager.
I need another outfielder?
You do.
Oh, no. All right, I'm going starting pitching then. I got to go with Justin Verlander.
Yeah. Justin Verlander and Clayton Kershaw should definitely be the first two pitchers taken. I can't disagree with you at all, guys. Okay, I need a third baseman, and the best third baseman left is Josh Donaldson, but I hope that he falls into a well and nobody ever finds him. Don't like him at all, so I'm not picking him on my team. Give me Evan Longoria, who was one of the most underrated players of that generation. Really, really like him. And then for relievers, I think there's one really, really good reliever left, so I'm going to take Aroldis Chapman for the 2010s. There's definitely
an all-star this year, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, give me Reds, Aroldis Chapman, and Yankees and Cubs, and then a slew of other teams after that. But all right, Brooks, you still have an outfielder, a reliever, and a manager left.
For my outfielder, oh man, let's go
2110 Utah Street, baby.
I know.
Don't do that. Don't. Why would you do that?
Why would you do that?
I mean, I gotta go with the MVP, right? Give me Ryan Braun.
Yuck!
Oh no.
Yuck!
I'll take Jose Bautista all day. At least he didn't lose a guy's job because he wanted to lie.
I mean, look, it's a great pick. He's a great player. He won MVP for sure. He actually stole an MVP from another outfielder that you could have had. That I think.
Yeah, Yelich.
Well, no. Well, I wasn't talking about Yelich, but Yelich is great. Don't give Brian any ideas.
Oh, does he still need outfielders?
He needs two outfielders and a DH.
Oh, my bad.
It's all good.
You should take Yelich. He won the MVP.
Don't tell me what to do.
Okay. Take Jones and Markakis and fill out your outfield, dude.
There's another one that's better than both those guys.
I'm going to take Josh Hamilton.
Wow.
Oh.
Talk about controversy. Good for you,
Josh
Hamilton.
And I will take Adam Jones. I'm taking Adam Jones.
Are you AJ10?
Yeah, AJ10.
All outfielders are taken, right? I can say one.
Well, yeah, you could, but he's got a DH left, so.
Okay,
I got DH.
I'll wait.
Yeah. All right. Josh Hamilton and Adam Jones has rounded out his outfield. All you need is a DH, Bry. Brooks, you need a relief pitcher and a manager. I need a starting pitcher and a manager. Brooks, you are on the clock.
I'm in between two relief pitchers here, and I don't like one of them, and I'm probably going to take them. Give me Kenley Jansen.
Yeah. I think he was the guy you had to pick there. I think he's the best guy left on the board. Potential Hall of Famer at 400 plus saves.
Do you need a reliever or?
No, he took a
relievers. The relievers are done.
Zach Britton would have been. Britton was so good, or Andrew Miller during those years.
I mean, if you didn't want to take closer, you could have taken Darren O'Day. That guy was a complete stud in the 2010s.
Also, Wade Davis. Love
Davis.
Wade Davis.
Wade Davis
That's
and
that's
Greg
that's why I
Collins,
was
they had
yeah.
back-to-back sick closers.
That's why I was like, man, I love Wade Davis, and I'm not a huge fan of Kenley Jansen for whatever reason, but I can't pass on Kenley Jansen.
All right. Well, I get 2 in a row to finish my draft off here. I will take 3-time Cy Young Award winner Max Scherzer as my starting pitcher. I think I got excellent value there. I really, really, really wanted to take Greinke, but I can't take him over Scherzer. He's just not better. And I will go with I guess I'll take Bochy. Give me Bruce Bochy.
Won 3 titles,
My
man.
manager. Yeah, I think that's I didn't want to overthink it. Give me Bochy. All right.
Yeah.
Brooks, you need a manager, and Brian, you need a designated hitter.
Man. There's 2 guys. I mean, there's really 2. But I'm gonna go with the guy that I've always really liked, even though he was on our rival. Give me Tito.
Yeah, Terry Francona. Did you see the video of him playing? He was playing Kevin Cash, who was a former player of his. He's now the coach of the Tampa Bay Devil Rays. Is it Kevin Cash? Is that his name?
Yeah.
Anyway, he's the coach of the Tampa Bay Devil Rays. Tito used to coach him. And so the Devil Rays went to Cleveland or to Cincinnati last week, and Tito had the scoreboard operator put picture or videos of Kevin Cash striking out on loop on the
That's
video
awesome.
for the game. And all the players was looking up. It was just like a 20-minute loop of him striking out.
That's why I love Tito, man.
Yeah,
So good.
That's why I love Tito. The other one I was in between was Joe Madden.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think that would have been a good one too.
All right.
All right.
My DH. We're between 2 people.
You can speak freely because this is the last pick of the draft.
I'm aware. I'm going to go Joe Mauer.
Wow, at DH. All right.
I
Joe
mean, I'm
Mauer.
taking the guy who can. I'm going with the Dusty's, methodology here, and just go with a guy who can hit all around, man. Good against anybody.
I like it. Who else were you
Justin
considering?
Morneau, 2 twins.
Who else were you considering?
Justin Morneau.
More no.
You
I mean,
just
he
wanted-
was. I think he won a. Did he win an MVP? I think he did.
I don't know
Justin
that. I
Morneau,
know
he did, but it was at the end of the 2000s.
Okay.
It was at.
I know he snuck one in, and I know he had a silver slugger, but I couldn't remember when it was.
Yeah. I'm
The
thinking
other
Joe Mauer.
outfielder I was thinking of about like above Jones and Markakis that
Cargo.
Ooh,
I mean, I love Cargo, but no, Lorenzo Cain.
yuck! I hate that Royals team and everyone on it.
Me too, but I mean, his stats are pretty damn good.
I think.
There you go.
I think Yelich was probably the best.
Yelich
player
got
not
left
to
off.
be there.
Wow, that's a shame.
He should not have gotten left off. He should have been drafted.
Yeah, I should have took him instead of Braun.
But there was a couple more guys that I was thinking of. If you guys have any honorable mentions you wanted to
Mad
get out of
Bum.
the way. Yeah, Mad Bum. We
There's
already
gonna be a lot of
mentioned
pitchers.
Greinke.
Chris Sale too.
Roy
White-
Halladay.
Yeah,
he's 2000.
he's more 2000s, I think,
Yeah, he's
though.
more 2000s.
Mad Bum, you got DeGrom, Price, and Strasburg still in that era. You know who? I don't know if anybody took Timmy Lincecum in the
No, he did not.
2000. I can't remember when he was up.
Matt Cain.
Yeah. Corey Kluber could have sneaks in there for a while.
Cliff Lee. I remember Cliff Lee had a 3-year round of dominance.
Cole Hamels, really good for a long time in the 2010s. Matt Kemp, not a guy that we said, but Matt Kemp was a
Ooh.
stud,
Yeah,
total stud.
for a while.
Yeah.
Jason
Andrew-
Hayward.
Andrew Miller could have been a reliever. Dylan Betances could have been a reliever. Jason Hayward, wow. I just feel like he never really got there, you know? Also,
all around him.
Nobody took Goldie.
Paul Goldschmidt.
Yeah, that's a big miss. That's a former MVP as well.
Jabba. What was it? Jabba what?
Chamberlain.
Jabba rules.
Just remember, when I think of Jabba Chamberlain, I immediately think of just a bunch
Dumb
of
and Young?
gnats. No, well, I think of that second, but the first thing I think of is just him surrounded by gnats. And he had like a exterminator onto the field because there were so many bugs on the field.
Ooh, another one. Jacoby Ellsbury and Austin Jackson.
Austin Jackson is a guy I forgot about.
There's a name.
JD Martinez could have been a DH on here.
Mhm.
Really, really good hitter for a long time.
Great hitter.
Curtis Granderson could have snuck on the list, maybe. The Grandy man.
I mean, you still had a lot of Ichiro.
Yeah. Yeah, but it was mostly like Marlins and Yankees Ichiro, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
not great. Not the best Ichiro.
No,
But, you know, Ichiro nonetheless.
for sure not. But I mean, still. Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, that's our 2010s all decade team. I'm going to go through the teams right now. And we're going to go starting with Brian. Catcher, Yadier Molina. First base, Freddie Freeman. Second base, Dustin Pedroia. Francisco Lindor and Nolan Arenado round out his infield. In the outfield, he has got Adam Jones, Jose Bautista, and Josh Hamilton with Joe Mauer at the DH position. Clayton Kershaw's on the bump. Craig Kimbrell's coming in to close, and Buck Showalter is his manager. Brooks's team, Salvi's behind the dish. Miguel Cabrera, Jose Altuve, Troy Tulowitzki, and Adrian Beltre is his infield. Ryan Braun is, I would think, in left. Mike Trout's in center, and Andrew McCutchen's in right. And David Ortiz is DHing. Justin Verlander on the bump. Kenley Jansen closing it out. And Terry Francona is the skipper of that team. And for my team, I've got Buster Posey behind the dish. I've got Joey Votto, Robinson Cano, JJ Hardy, and Evan Longoria in my infield. I've got Mookie Betts, Bryce Harper, and Giancarlo Stanton in my outfield. And I've got Nelson Cruz at the DH.
All day.
Yeah. Max Scherzer and Aroldis Chapman are my pitching staff, and Bruce Bochy is my manager.
Biggest coconut in the gig.
Biggest coconut.
He has an 8 1/4 hat.
That's
what.
Also,
Holy
watching
shit.
Bassett last night, he's got to have one of the biggest ones as well.
Really?
Good Lord.
His pitching motion is so weird. He like flies open on purpose.
Got a dead fish glove. Why does my thing keep going off?
By the way, 2-0 Orioles early. Cedric Mullins just hit a sac fly. Not 100% sure what's going on, but we do have some movement. The Orioles have 2 in the first inning. Westberg open with a double. Laureano. Anyway, well, you guys will figure it out. But we're up 2-0 in the first.
I got some movement too.
Yeah. Anyway, that is our show today.
Well, give us the Delaware Dave.
Oh yeah. So, look, Deli had a couple cocktails, so I'm just gonna leave it out there. All right, just let that preface the story. He told me that Aaron Judge, this is right when the news came out about him having the ligament damage in his arm, that he is not going to be a Hall of Famer. And 2, he won't be playing baseball in 2 years. $5 bets on each of them.
Wait, who's the person?
Aaron Judge.
Okay. Okay.
So I'm just going to throw that out there right now.
He will not be playing baseball in 2 years?
In 2 years, and he will not be a Hall of Famer. That 2 separate bets, and I took him. I'm like, you're wrong, and you're wrong again.
Because he hurt his elbow? Why? I don't get it. What?
Well, he didn't even have any ligament damage.
Whatever the heck.
He's been eating baseballs for breakfast for the better part of 6 years.
Don't yell at me. I'm just telling you what the bets were, and I was like, I'll take you up on both of them. I'm going to be $10 richer. I'm buying myself 2 slices of pizza.
Are we gonna have to have him on the show to explain I think we're going to. I think we're going to have
Yes.
to.
Yes.
Thursday.
without a doubt.
Thursday, Deli. You better get ready.
Yeah, get ready, Dell. The hurricane's coming. Category 5.
Fair enough. All right, guys, it is time to wrap up this episode of Gary Williams Stole My Lawn Furniture. We are going to go watch the Oriole game and have ourselves a day. Happy Tuesday, July 29th. Hopefully, y'all have a great week. Let's go, Birds. Let's get a couple victories today and make it a little bit more difficult on this front office who wants to probably sell some stuff. Otherwise, sell some stuff. Otherwise, I hope you guys really have a great day, and thank you for listening. Join the Huckleberries and subscribe on YouTube. Once again, once we get to 2,000 subscribers on YouTube, I say this every week, we are going to be doing a Power Hour show, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And honestly, I kind of want to do it. So can you?
It's going to be
subscribe?
electric.
It's not
We need
that
to
hard.
get there. We need
You
to
don't
get
have
When's
to
the
there.
last time you did a power hour?
Hey,
Honestly.
It's been a while.
COVID.
Yeah.
COVID.
It's been a
Yeah,
while.
probably.
We want to do one. So tell a friend. Honestly, we don't really care about the likes and subscribes, but it does help us a lot with our sponsors and reaching out to them and getting sponsors. So
Yep.
it'd be really cool if we could show them a nice little subscriber list so we can be like, hey, come sponsor us.
Yeah.
We're cool guys.
I like to have fun.
We like to have fun. Yeah.
All right, boys. I love the hell out of you.
All
Have
right.
a great day. Brooksy, I'm glad you had fun out in Cali, man.
Yeah.
See you, boys. Glad you're feeling better.
Thank you, man.
Cheers.
I appreciate it very much. Thank you.